I got a batch of Nintendo Switch games that you may never played, and they're very expensive. And welcome to Resell Robin. It's good to be back, guys. I know I missed Sunday's video. I was at the Anime 414 Con in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I had a great time out there, you guys. Thank you guys so much for having me at the con. And to any of you guys that came up to my booth and talked to me, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We have a batch of Nintendo Switch games here that are really expensive, that you probably have never played or you may not have ever played, that I want to bring to light today, guys. So we're going to cover like my pick of top 6 expensive Switch games that you might not have played. We're going to get into that shortly. I do want to thank all you guys so much. We actually just hit over 1,600 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. Means the world to me. Let's continue to grow the channel. If you like the content that I'm putting out, we have new content every Wednesday and Sunday. So make sure you guys like and comment the video, as that helps with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Only about 20% of you are currently subscribed from those viewers, so help the channel continue to grow, and let's get those subs in, and let's get this channel to the moon, shall we? On recent pickups, actually, I just picked up Gundam 0083 on Laserdisc. This is Volume 1. It's got the first 2 episodes on it. Really excited to have this one. Love 0083. We're going to try to get the rest of that on Laserdisc. Super happy to get that one. I have some more on the way. I will be at a few more cons coming up, but we'll cover that a little bit later. Again, I want to thank you guys so much. It's amazing to me that we're at where we're at right now on the channel. And again, subscribe if you can, guys. But without further ado, let's get into these Switch games, shall we? The first one I want to cover is actually Psyvariar Delta. This is a shmup, shoot 'em up that released on the Switch early, mid to its lifespan. It's a fantastic game. This currently retails brand new for around $55 to $60. It originally retailed only $29.99, so it has doubled in value since its release. And I can only imagine that this is going to continue to rise. For one, the Switch is still early in its lifespan and games are already skyrocketing in price. They're only going to continue to rise, and that's the thing, guys. There's not going to be, in my opinion, a big drop-off on the Switch. It may have a little drop-off right at the tail end of the system, and that depends on whether or not the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, which I think it will be, that's why that's not even a concern of mine. But like any other Nintendo console, the prices go up, especially on cartridge base and like portable game systems like the 3DS, like the DS. And the Switch has such an amazing library of games, guys, that it's insane to me not to collect for this system. I think everyone who's a game collector should be right now, and I think it's not to say that the other ones aren't. It's just the Switch to me has all the red herrings of things that are going to go up. And this being a, shmup shooter, it just has all the makings of a game to go up. Again, like I said, $55 to $60 brand new right now. Probably going to continue to rise in the future. Just saying, pick this one up. It's not that expensive comparable to some of these on this list. The next one I want to cover is Demon's Tier. Now, this is a really cool, like, old school RPG type game that released on the Switch. I actually have the limited edition one from the I believe this was from I can't remember where this one was from. It's some game convention, and it does have a regular edition as well. But it's definitely one of those games that is pretty hard to find. The limited edition version of this game right now, which only was limited to, I believe, how many copies? 1,200 copies of this game were produced. And it only sits around $65 right now, used, 65 to 70 used. And brand new, I think it's like 100, 120. This is another one that's very expensive, and it's only going to continue to rise, especially the limited edition version with only 1,200 copies produced. I highly recommend you pick up the collector's edition of this, the 1,200 copy one. There's very few of it on eBay, and what little there is, it's going to go out. Again, and it's a cool game. It's a cool little anime RPG. I really recommend that you grab this one before it's too late, guys. The next one I want to cover is actually, I love this game. It's a golf story. Bet you didn't think this one was on there. And this was produced by Limited Run Games. It was number 15 by Limited Run Games. And I think this got a release, if I'm not mistaken, on Best Buy had a version of this, I believe. Let me know in the comments down below. But this game is right around like $100 right now, brand new. $100 to $110. It's an awesome RPG game / golf game. It's such a unique, story-driven, weird thing. And it's just these are the kind of games that are at home on the Switch, in my opinion. It's just bizarre. The graphics don't need to be intense. It's a lot of old-school type games. And the Switch really leaned into its market, which was retro gamers, kids, family. And it does have a lot of, like, messed up anime stuff, too. So it knows its market. Good job, Nintendo, on that. But this game is fantastic. Again, $100 right now. And I think, brand new, this one could get up to, like, $150 down the road. Especially when nostalgia starts hitting in. I'm watching the Switch stuff, as I speak, continue to rise. So, in my opinion, this is a good pickup right now to add to your Switch collection. The next one I want to cover is actually Retro City Rampage Deluxe DX. For those of you that have never played the Retro City Rampages, they're kind of like the old school GTA games that released back in the day. They're really cool little top-down 80s looking vibe. That's the best way I can describe it. Awesome little game. This sealed copy goes for about $120 to $130 right now. It's not Limited Run Games or anything like this. I think this was put out by like another publisher that was online only at the time. I remember buying this online through them. And I don't recall this game getting another re-release, so this is another one that if you sleep on, you may end up paying through the nose on. Again, at $130 brand new already. Imagine where this is going to get at down the road. And there's a lot of games like this on the Switch, guys. And if you've never played the Retro City Rampage games, if nothing else, give it a download. You're going to have a good time on that one. Now, the next one, hear me out. It's an interesting game. And it's Cai Kagara. This is a very interesting anime-based game. I don't know how this got released in the West, to be honest. This is the type of game that would, for the life of me, normally never get released in the West. But it did. It got released through Limited Run Games. You play as the protagonist, and you basically massage and do all kinds of interesting things with this anime girl on here. This is not a game for everybody, guys. I'm not claiming that it is. It is very niche, is a good word for it. But the thing is this is already like $150 to $160 new. Not many were made of this. And anime followings are big, guys. And this is just the makings of a weird game that's going to continue to rise in price. At $160, is it worth it to play? No, not unless you got some really interesting anime likes. But is it worth picking up as a collectible for your game, for your Switch library and things like that? Abso-freaking-lutely. So I'm telling you, this is one that it's gonna keep going up. It's a weird game. The last one I want to cover is actually Dust on the Switch. This is a side-scrolling platformer action game that released on the Switch very early on in the Switch's lifespan. Limited Run Games put this out at number 12 in their list, so it was very early Limited Run Games print. Very few quantities of this game got released. This is back earlier when Limited Run Games didn't do print to order. They did the print to like fastest to grab up, so those types of ones tend to be worth a lot more. Yeah, it's already at $180 brand new right now, guys. Woo, what a pricey game. And I don't think it's gonna, bearing some insane like reprint or something like that, and that's always the case for any of this stuff, this one could continue to rise because it is a fun little side-scrolling platforming game. And when you have stuff like that, you have all the makings of a classic expensive game. And in my opinion, this is one to get. I know it's expensive, but that's what this video is about, guys. And that's my Switch games that are really expensive that you might not have played, that you might want to pick up. I just wanted to cover these. I did the PS4 pretty recently, and now I want to do the Switch. I may do another one on a different console soon, but I want to get back to some hidden gems for you guys as well, so don't worry about that. I just wanted to get this one out there. I thought it'd be fun. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these games and some games that I need to pick up that are expensive or going to be expensive right now before it's too late for me, because I don't want to pay through the nose if I can avoid it. So let me know in the comments down below. That would be fantastic. As always, thank you guys so much. Again, make sure you guys like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel because it helps me so much, and I hope that you guys do. I will be at ChizuCon in Madison, Wisconsin in 2 weeks on Saturday. Don't worry, that one won't interrupt the the videos. And then I'll be at the Madison Comic Expo in September, so look for that one. I want to thank you guys again so much, and as always, stay savage. Man, these Switch games are going up. These are expensive. Don't miss them.